From the disturbing final footage of a lone camper being stalked by something in the shadows to the unnerving trail camera capture of pale humanoid figures in the woods, and even the terrifying encounter of two campers being charged by an angry Bigfoot, these are some of the most unsettling moments ever captured on camera. Stick around because you won't want to miss a single one. When you're out camping, the worst thing you usually expect is maybe a raccoon rummaging through your food or some random wild animal wandering a bit too close. But what happened to these two unlucky campers is straight up nightmare fuel. This video was uploaded on Squatch TV, a YouTube channel known for collecting Sasquatch sightings from all around the world. But this one is easily one of the most unsettling clips I've ever come across. It comes from two terrified campers who were just trying to enjoy the night until they heard something strange moving around the woods. Curious and apparently way too brave, they grabbed their flashlights and camera to go check it out, which, as you'll soon see, was probably the worst decision they could have made. As they make their way deeper into the dark, they suddenly hear this bizarre scream echoing through the trees. And this wasn't a normal animal call. It didn't sound human either. It was wrong, distorted, like something that shouldn't even exist.
Buy here anymore. Why we come here late at night, search for animals, stuff like that. But there's no people back here. Oh baby.
But instead of leaving right then and there, these guys push forward toward the sound, trying to figure out what made it. And that's when they hear this. Now it's a howl, loud, furious, and definitely enraged. Whatever was out there was not happy they were poking around. At this point, the campers finally decide it's time to go. But as they start heading back, they hear the noise again, this time way closer, as if something huge is stalking them through the trees.
A rabbit get killed.
Yeah, that was too loud though.
Far to turn back?
Yeah.
We can turn back.
Go. That's pretty loud. That's close.
They pick up the pace, but then the worst happens. A deep, thunderous roar erupts behind them, followed by heavy footsteps like something is actually chasing them now. They bolt through the forest, panicking, trying to outrun whatever monster is on their heels.
Oh, go. It's coming. Oh, crap. Wait, don't, wait. Oh, crap. Bro, wait, where's it?
Now, before I say anything else, this footage feels way too real. You can hear the fear in their voices. We never actually see what's after them, but according to the video description, it was an angry Bigfoot charging at them. And honestly, judging by the sounds alone, I wouldn't doubt it. Whatever it was, I'm pretty sure these guys won't be going camping again anytime soon, and honestly, I don't blame them. Now, if you think Bigfoot is the only thing you need to worry about when camping at night, this next video is about to change your mind in a seriously terrifying way. It comes from a YouTube channel called NBG Films and was uploaded over 16 years ago by a group of friends who were simply out enjoying a late-night campfire. They're laughing, dancing around the flames, recording themselves, just having fun. But while they're messing around with the camera, it accidentally captures this. Did you see that? Let's slow the clip down. Right there, in the background, the camera manages to catch what looks like a pale, naked humanoid crawling on all fours. The friends didn't notice it at the time, which honestly makes it even worse. They were completely unaware that something like that was lurking just a few feet away.
This stick's getting pretty damn sharp. Eh?
Oh fuck, the smoke is in my face.
Well, you've been sharpening it for like 2 hours.
No.
You hear something?
Now, if we try to identify whatever this creature might be, one of the top comments on the video calls it a pale crawler, which is actually an NPC from the game World of Warcraft. And when you compare the design to the figure in the footage, the resemblance is disturbingly close. They're also commonly associated with the creature known as the RAKE, a pale, emaciated humanoid often reported in forests, abandoned areas, and remote dark places. Whatever this thing was, this video is exactly why I avoid going on nighttime camping trips. You just never know when something like this might decide to show itself. This next underwater video might look like something ripped straight out of a sci-fi movie, but terrifyingly, it's completely real. The clip comes from the Nature is Metal subreddit, known for sharing the brutal and unbelievable side of the natural world. But back in 2020, a user named Lucifer himself posted something so bizarre it stunned the entire community. It was footage captured by an underwater robot camera, footage that seemed to show an alien-like being drifting through the deep ocean. This thing had tendrils and tentacles dangling from its body, strange jellyfish-like ribbons floating beneath it, and a massive spiraling structure coiled at the top. No matter what angle you look at it from, it doesn't seem to fit into any species we're familiar with. But once you check the video's description, things become a little clearer, though honestly, not by much. According to the uploader, the creature is a siphonophore, a colony organism made up of countless tiny individuals that work together as one giant hive mind creature. Some of these drifting superorganisms can reach over 150 feet long, making them one of the longest animals on Earth. Creatures like this remind us that just when we think we understand nature, something emerges from the depths that absolutely shatters that belief. It looks like it's not from this world at all, and maybe, in a way, it isn't. And speaking of creatures that look like they don't belong anywhere on Earth, this next one is so unnerving it might haunt your nightmares long after you close your eyes. This clip was uploaded about a year ago on the r/damnthat'sinteresting subreddit, and ever since I first saw it, I've been genuinely creeped out by what nature is capable of. In the video, someone is holding what looks like an alien predator, something straight out of deep space. At first, it seems like a normal fish, until he presses its neck. That's when the horror begins. Its jaw launches outward, extending several inches beyond its mouth like some sort of built-in hunting weapon. And no, this isn't CGI or a movie prop. This creature is very real. It's called the crocodile shark, a species whose arched jaws can protrude far past the tip of its snout. The teeth at the front are shaped like spikes, while the ones along the sides look like razor-sharp knives. Everything about its design screams one purpose: to catch and shred prey with brutal efficiency. And honestly, it's no surprise that people in the comments immediately started comparing it to a xenomorph from the Alien franchise, because one look at that extending jaw, and you can't unsee the similarity. It was the night of July 14th, 2011, when a homeowner heard strange noises coming from the forest behind their house. They mentioned they lived over 6 miles from the nearest city, yet despite the isolation, they stepped outside with their video camera to investigate and captured this.
I'm hearing the things in my woods again. I don't know if you can hear the noise.
Whatever this thing was, it was crouched low in the bushes, moving in a way that felt completely unnatural. Appearance-wise, it looked like some kind of alien-like creature, pale, hairless skin, a long, eerie neck. It shares a frightening resemblance to creatures like the rake or the pale crawler we talked about earlier, making this yet another unsettling sighting that seems to match that same disturbing profile. This footage reportedly comes from Oregon, and after digging through the comments, several users shared their own chilling experiences from the area. One commenter, KittyCat62, claimed that while staying at a friend's house in Oregon, for a week, they heard strange knocks on the window at night, and a few days later, spotted a distant figure watching from the darkness. Pretty creepy. And keep in mind, this video is nearly 14 years old. So we can't just write it off as AI, deepfakes, or modern editing tricks. What do you think this creature was? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. This guy was peacefully driving his new truck through the forest when he saw something that nearly made his heart stop. The video comes from TikTok user Dominic Armand, who was heading home from work along a quiet wooded trail, but out of nowhere, his truck's sensors started acting strange enough to make anyone panic. His vehicle began detecting people moving around the truck, multiple individuals according to the display. But when he pointed the camera outside, there was nothing there. Just trees, no footsteps, no movement. Yet, on the screen, you could clearly see the sensors locking onto human-shaped figures walking around the vehicle. Now, sure, it could just be the technology misreading tree branches as people. That would be the logical explanation. But if that's the case, then what was with the one figure that appeared to be walking around the car?
To be sunset. Spooky thing though. My truck is saying that there's people around me. If I slow down, they'll catch up. See? Right next to there's no one here.
People in the comments were immediately asking if he was anywhere near the Appalachian Mountains, warning him that if he was, he should have locked the doors and gotten out of there immediately. According to them, his sensors weren't glitching at all. Whatever was happening, I'm just glad I can't afford a truck fancy enough to show me this kind of trauma. This next video comes from the mountains of Chiapas, Mexico, and it looks like something otherworldly was caught spying on us, red-handed. The clip was uploaded on the popular Instagram page theory UFO, showing what appears to be a strange glowing object hovering near the Chiapas mountains. According to the video description, this thing seemed to be exploring the area, carrying out some kind of mission. And judging by its low, slow flight, it certainly looked deliberate. It glows like a bright orb, yet there's no visible source of light, which makes it all the more mysterious. And if you're thinking it's just clever editing, it's not. This phenomenon was captured on multiple cameras by different locales at separate times. In one clip, there are even multiple orbs moving up the hillside. Dogs can be heard barking in the background, suggesting that whatever it was actually there, agitating the animals. One of the videos even shows the timestamp, 3 a.m. Clearly, whatever this was, it wanted to stay hidden. Now, if you ask me, it could be something more earthly, maybe an experimental weather machine or even power lines, short-circuiting, creating these floating fire-like orbs. But honestly, that's just me trying to stay rational. What do you think? This next post comes from the r/Bigfoot subreddit, where a user shared a fascinating story about their great uncle, who snapped a series of unusual photos on his farm in northwestern Wisconsin back in 1984. These weren't ordinary snapshots. This encounter stayed with him for the rest of his life, even though no one in the family could agree on exactly what he had seen. In the photograph, we can clearly make out a strange creature's head peeking from behind the trees. Its shape is striking, a conical head with a pronounced sagittal crest, a feature often described in Sasquatch or Bigfoot sightings. And then there's the video, which deepens the mystery. As the creature leans forward, its eyes reflect light, and it moves deliberately through the woods with an organic, almost purposeful gait. What makes this encounter even more intriguing is the location. Northern Wisconsin is known for a surprisingly high number of Sasquatch sightings, and this event fits perfectly into that regional history. Considering the year, the basic equipment, and the remarkably steady shots, his great-uncle managed to capture something that most people only ever claim to glimpse for a fleeting moment. Whether this was a genuine Sasquatch or something else entirely, these visuals are undeniably compelling, and yes, a little unsettling. This guy climbed up to check his water tank, but something moving on a nearby mountain caught his eye, and when he zoomed in, he completely froze at what he saw. This video comes from a TikTok account in Mexico, filmed from a homeowner's rooftop. As he pans the camera toward a mountain close to his house, he captures something truly bizarre unfolding in the distance. At first, you can see strange figures standing on the mountaintop, moving in a way that doesn't look normal. They appear to be gathered together, doing something unusual. Then, one by one, glowing orbs begin to rise from the group, each figure seemingly summoning a bright, hovering light. And then the craziest moment hits. After a few seconds, the figures themselves seem to transform into full glowing orbs, and then they lift off the mountain and vanish into the air. According to the video's caption, these were supposedly witches performing a ritual, transforming into fire. Now, it definitely looks like some sort of ritual is happening, but whether these are fire orbs or extremely bright lights is hard to tell. And even if they were flashlights, how did they suddenly float straight up into the sky? Digging through the comments makes things even stranger. Many viewers claim this isn't the first time such sightings have been reported. One user named SK said he has seen these fireballs multiple times, flying toward the hills before disappearing. Another commenter, Lupita Kova, said she saw around 6 or 7 similar witches on October 28th at midnight on Tepeyac Hill. If these accounts and this video are real, then we might seriously have to consider the possibility that something very unusual is going on in those mountains. Our forests, no matter how serene and relaxing they seem, can also hide mysteries. And one such mystery was caught on a trail camera, sending shockwaves through the entire Reddit community. In January 2024, a user posted to the Trailcam subreddit asking for help in figuring out what in the world their camera had captured. In the photo, a strange, unnerving figure stands in the woods, staring directly at the lens, as if it's onto something. Its body, its head, and especially its eyes looked disturbingly unnatural, like something was wrong with them. Most viewers quickly labeled it a skinwalker, but others suggested more grounded explanations. A coyote standing on its hind legs with something in its mouth, or maybe even a deer caught mid-jump. But honestly, it's the way it's staring into the camera that unsettles me the most. It doesn't just look like an animal caught by chance. It feels like it wants something, and maybe, just maybe, it wants me. What these hikers caught on camera back in July 2018 is exactly the kind of thing that makes you double-check your own footage. 4 years ago, a now-deleted Reddit account posted a strange trail camera image to a subreddit dedicated to unusual sightings. At first glance, it looked like a simple hog wandering through the forest, but that's not what caught everyone's attention. On top of the hog was a pale, lanky figure, appearing almost as if it were riding the animal and even posing for the camera as it passed. The image has been labeled RAKE Riders, Lords of the Forest, and judging by its appearance, the title seems oddly fitting. This photograph comes from Tankenberg, Netherlands, and locals have been quick to draw comparisons to mythology and legend. Some see a connection to Tamfana, a goddess who once had a temple in the area before the Romans destroyed it, said to roam the land with her massive boar companion. Others compare the figure to Dirk, a mythical being from old Germanic lore, rumored to ride with the gods during the wild hunt, and sometimes even mistaken for Odin himself. Still, some insist it looks like Tamfana herself, drifting across the hills and guarding the ruins that once belonged to her. Honestly, seeing this image makes me want to avoid Tankenberg at night. I don't know if it's a spirit, a cryptid, or just a trick of the light, but whatever it was, it felt alive. And if you asked me, I definitely think twice before hiking there alone. When it comes to Bigfoot sightings, most of them are blurry, distant, or just hard to make out. But this one, uploaded to r/Bigfoot, might just top them all. The post was uploaded 2 months ago by Redditor Naked PC Stockman, who claimed he captured the creature from about 100 feet away using a high-quality telephoto lens. According to him, the location was just 10 feet off the Pacific Coast Highway in Huntington Beach, California. But here's the twist. He insists that whatever he photographed isn't actually a Bigfoot. Despite the uploader's skepticism, from the photos alone, it certainly looks like a Bigfoot. It's covered in fur, has a massive head peeking out from the overgrowth, and in some shots seems to be trying to hide in the foliage. Comments quickly erupted with speculation. Is this really a Bigfoot or something else entirely? According to the uploader, he decided to classify it as a Homo hobuk californica, a name that doesn't seem to exist anywhere else. A quick search shows nothing, suggesting it was made up by the poster. So, if this isn't a Bigfoot, then what is it? Could it be a newly discovered species, or perhaps something that was never meant to be seen by human eyes? This next video, from Tamarack Lake and uploaded on June 17, 2015, shows a tourist capturing something on camera that shouldn't exist. Something that watches, waits, and still sends shivers down the spine. At first glance, the footage shows a strange body surfacing from the water, and it's hard to make out exactly what it is. The creature appears massive, rough-textured, and eerily reminiscent of the infamous Loch Ness Monster photos when it emerges. Its unusual surface texture only adds to the mystery, making it look like something out of a legend. Being from Michigan, it's no surprise that locals started speculating about what could be lurking in the waters of Tamarack Lake. But before you panic thinking the lake houses a mysterious monster, here's the twist. This is actually a snapping turtle. The monster-like appearance comes from its old shell, covered in water debris, which makes it look far larger and stranger than it really is. Even so, the way it glides along the surface, moving deliberately and silently, is enough to send chills down the spine of anyone watching. Even if it's just Tammy the turtle, this brief encounter reminds us that sometimes nature can be eerily uncanny, almost like a creature from a legend. Hiking can seem like a fun, adventurous escape into the calm of the forest, but after seeing what happened to this unfortunate hiker, you might never think about it the same way again. This video comes from Slovakia, where a hiker was exploring the woods and recording his adventure. Suddenly, he heard something moving nearby. Thinking it might just be a deer, he approached cautiously. But when he raised his camera, he captured a truly terrifying moment. Whatever it was huge, and it clearly did not appreciate the hiker disturbing its territory. The creature was strong enough to shake a tree violently, and the screaming roar it unleashed was enough to make even the bravest person sprint in terror. Some might suggest it was a bear, or perhaps an ape, but realistically, wild apes don't roam Slovakian forests. And as for bears, have you ever heard one roar and shake a tree like that? Not quite. So if it wasn't a bear or an ape, then what in the world was it? Honestly, some things are better left unknown. Ever walked down a lonely road at night and heard something strange moving in the darkness? Most of us shrug it off, just some stray animal. But after watching this video, you might think twice before doing that again. These friends were out for a casual night walk when they started hearing bizarre noises echoing from the nearby woods. At first, they laughed it off, assuming it was just foxes or maybe a mountain lion. They even called back toward the sounds, thinking it would be funny, completely unaware of what might actually be replying. For almost 3 full minutes, the noises continued, loud, repetitive, and unsettling. Then suddenly, everything went silent, and that's where the video ends. Now, to me, those sounds don't resemble any fox or mountain lion I've ever heard. Some people suggested hyenas, but the volume, the tone, and the location make that extremely unlikely. Hyenas don't roam near quiet roads like this, and they definitely don't sound like that. It honestly sounded more like something laughing, mocking, almost taunting, like it was trying to lure them deeper into the trees. And anyone saying, "That's just a fox?" No. If you've ever heard a real fox, you know they sound like a woman screaming in pain. This was something entirely different, almost human, but not quite. Call it a creature, a mimic, a witch, whatever it was. The sound felt wrong. The kind of wrong you don't forget once you've heard it. These two friends were just chilling in their backyard when they decided to see what critters they could catch on camera at night in the nearby woods. But that simple decision quickly turned into the worst mistake of their lives. The video starts innocently enough, with the two guys searching for frogs and snakes among the bushes. They managed to capture a few critters on camera, but as they ventured further, something snapped nearby. Startled, the cameraman slowly panned the camera toward the noise. What they saw next made their blood run cold. Something was peeking from behind a tree. At first glance, it looked like a wolf-headed figure staring directly at them. The rest of the body remained hidden behind the tree, making it impossible to tell if this was an actual creature, a person in a costume, or something else entirely. Understandably, that was all it took. They ran for their lives, and the video ends there. The clip is titled "Wolfman Creature," and while some might argue it's fake, think about it. Who would wear a wolf head costume and lurk in the woods just to film a 1-second clip? There's something far creepier here. When it comes to terrifying last footage recordings, nothing comes close to the disappearance outside Bend, Oregon, that shocked the entire internet. On June 5th, 2017, a video was uploaded to the YouTube channel Side Money Tom, reportedly sent by a relative. It documents a chilling event that occurred just outside Bend in May of that year. According to the uploader, a local man went out for his first camping trip of the season at a favorite campsite, and he never returned. Nearly all of his belongings, including his car and camera, were found at the site, leaving behind only this horrifying final footage.
Solo camping. This is Deschutes, Oregon. Well, close for anybody who's interested. There is kind of a creepy little sun's right outside the tent.
The video begins normally, with the camper setting up and revealing he is camping alone near Bend. But once night falls, things take a sinister turn. Inside his tent, he wakes to strange movements outside.
That can't be. I guess that's not a fucking animal. That's someone's messing around with the rocks out there.
Panicking, he grabs his camera to investigate, and to his horror, someone or something tries to enter the tent. He unzips it, finding nothing at first, but as he moves further, he notices a makeshift log shelter, as if someone had been living right beside his tent. And then he sees it. A strange, unidentifiable creature, the last thing the camper would ever be recorded seeing. After this moment, the video ends. The camper was never seen again. A few days later, rangers visited the campsite and confirmed the makeshift log shelter, but there was no sign of him anywhere. Viewers have been haunted by this video, and many have created blogs and websites in an attempt to locate the missing camper, but all leads have gone cold. Whatever happened to him that night remains a mystery. But the bigger question is, what was that creature caught on camera? Some mysteries may never be solved, unless you're willing to venture there yourself. This guy was just recording himself doing donuts on his four-wheeler, but what his camera accidentally captured is the kind of nightmare fuel that can freeze your blood cold. The clip was uploaded on July 6th, 2008 to a YouTube channel called Ghetto Jank Surplus, and it quickly went viral. The video shows a kid trying to film himself performing donuts on his four-wheeler. But while the camera kept rolling, it captured something far more terrifying. A massive, bipedal creature moving through the woods. It was huge, covered in dark fur, and its movements perfectly fit descriptions commonly associated with Bigfoot. Strangely, neither the kid nor the creature seemed aware of each other. He continued with his stunts while the creature silently passed through the background. Now, people are calling it a Bigfoot sighting, but the video raises several questions. First, if the kid was just trying to record himself, why does the camera frame focus so heavily on the background, especially on the creature, rather than Wader Hussain's? It could be that he was new to filming, but some aspects make it look almost pre-planned. Yet, when you examine the creature, its texture, movement, and sheer size, it seems incredibly hard to fake. Whatever this being was, it has made this boy's video unforgettable, and in a truly creepy way.
This is Commander Khan, and with my four-wheeler, I'm going to try to do some donuts.
This bizarre encounter from October 2nd, 2014 features a hunter crossing paths with a strange, naked man in the woods, and it's nothing short of surreal.
About Christian here, you know this is a hunter, and I'm a little confused. This is my land. I'm here with weapons, and somebody standing in my creek naked. I mean, if I see somebody else, this will not be good.
The video, uploaded to YouTube, shows the hunter at his stand for bow hunting when he hears someone yelling. Looking down, he spots a naked man standing in a creek, clutching a walking stick.
What? Explain to me what happened. Show? What kind of show? Do you know what it was called? I mean, you gotta look at it from my standpoint.
The man claims he was beaten up at Tomorrow World, stripped of everything, and abandoned in the woods. He spent days searching for water and followed the creek once he found it. The situation is as unsettling as it is unusual, but credit to the hunter for keeping calm. Instead of panicking or using his weapon, he helped the man recall a phone number to contact someone for assistance. The hunter even guided him to the road to ensure help could reach him. This has to be one of the strangest hunting encounters ever caught on camera. What would you have done in this situation? This guy's been down in some volcanic caves at the base of Mount Shasta, but what he caught on camera would scar him for life. Before finding that footage, he's been in those caves for a while, exploring, but for some reason, his health started deteriorating.
Exploring the volcanic tubes at the base of Mount Shasta. I'm only going to be here a few more days. I'm having some health issues. I'm not quite sure if it's something in the cave that's causing this or if it's just generally not feeling well, but I'm going to wrap it up in a couple days.
But before leaving, he decided to leave some high-tech trail cams to keep an eye on any movement near where he used to have his camp.
If there was any activity, it would send the signal up to the cloud and I could access it. I had placed these trail cams in and around the area where the shipping container used to be, just in case there was some activity, I could keep an eye on it. I've been checking in on a daily basis and it was pretty quiet.
However, a few days after he left, he received from the cloud a notification of the activity and the recording the trail camera caught. What exactly was this? Was this a masked man trying to mess around? Or something more eerie? Mount Shasta is incredibly mysterious. British prospector J.C. Brown claimed to have discovered an underground city beneath Mount Shasta in 1904, filled with gold, shields, and mummies. He organized a team of around 80 people to go and search this city. But on the day the team was scheduled to descend in the caverns, Brown did not show up. In fact, any trace of Brown disappeared. He was never seen again. And that's not all. There's been many cases of UFO sightings and religious cult-like activity around the place. Many people nowadays try their best to avoid this place because of these legends. So, what exactly is going on there? This video from West Wales reveals what looks like a small mountain crack that actually led to a terrifying discovery. It was filmed by a girl named Seomai, who stumbled upon what seems to be an ancient cave chamber system.
Is that an eye?
Yeah, that's what she was taking.
And a beard.
Yeah.
There's the beard, there's the mouth,
there's the nose.
there's the nose.
Yes.
Holy crap, what is it?
The walls are filled with strange sculptures and carvings, showing creatures like cyclops, headless figures, and fiends, each more eerie than the last. Also, there are embedded rare, unique shells in the walls, adding an extra layer of mystery. It feels like a forbidden, cursed cave that was never meant to be found. What do you think? Is this a hidden piece of ancient history or something best left undiscovered? A terrifying video surfaced on YouTube capturing what appears to be a deadly Bigfoot hunt by a lone hunter. It's unmistakably a humanoid figure, tall, with a hunched posture, and that distinctive walk that screams Bigfoot. The height and the stance match every eerie description you've ever heard about this elusive creature. The hunter takes a shotgun shot, but judging by the footage, it looks like he missed entirely, and this was the result.
Rick, I'm going back to the camp!
Whoever posted this video probably stumbled upon the abandoned camera in the forest because it seems like the hunter himself is long gone. Pausing on the creature's face, it does look like Bigfoot, though some might argue it could just be a mask and the whole thing a prank. But who knows? That's just speculation. Hearing rumors from a Gettysburg forest ranger about a haunted spot, two friends decided to investigate and had a chilling discovery.
I was told by a ranger. It was about in this area here, Jay, that the ranger said that there's been some activities. They heard some rumors about seeing some sightings of something that they can't explain.
There's a lot of troops that left over here, so the activity should be strong.
All right, we'll record for
After about 20 minutes of waiting, they finally got what they came for. Do you see it? Right beside the cannon, a faint, humanoid figure appears, walking right in front of it before disappearing into thin air. Seems like the ranger was onto something. This spot really does look haunted. And now, they've got the evidence to prove it. After the Loch Ness Monster mystery, now we've got the Seneca Lake Monster, which actually made headlines on news.
Well, you heard of Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster, but what about the Seneca Lake Monster?
Well, tonight our 18 News anchor Elizabeth Worthington diving into the history behind this mysterious legend.
Back in 2019, that eerie sighting you just watched was first spotted by a ship crew in Dresden, New York. At first, they thought it was an overturned boat, but as they got closer, they realized it might be something far more unsettling, a lake monster.
All of a sudden they spotted this thing out in the water that they thought was an overturned boat. And so as the captain approached it, he was thinking, you know, there's going to be, you know, people in the water and they need rescued out. So he's trying to approach this thing that looks like a boat. And as they approached, this thing just went under the water. And so they're looking around, and all of a sudden, a few minutes later, they claimed to see this creature raise its head above the water and showed off 2 rows of white, sharp teeth.
News even interviewed local experts around Seneca, and many of them seemed convinced this creature could be real, especially since there's a history of river monster sightings in that area. So now the question is, could this be a rival to the Loch Ness Monster? Or maybe even the same creature? In 2006, a scientist's routine, deep-sea exploration took a bizarre turn when they found this, 526 meters deep in the ocean. That definitely looks like a spear used for fishing, but what on earth is it doing so deep underwater? Now, NOAA only had their camera down there for the exploration, so who threw that spear? And the way it was snatched back so quickly is beyond strange. People are speculating it could be a mermaid, or even signs of a hidden underwater civilization. Next, we have what some are calling a clear sign from above, hinting at the tribulation and the impending judgment of God.
So, this Bible was found after the flood from Hurricane Helene, and it is on Revelation 14 and 15.
This Bible was found like this after the devastating Hurricane Helene in North Carolina. It lay open to the book of Revelation, specifically chapters 14 and 15, which led many viewers to believe it's a direct message from God. It's strange how this Bible stayed open like that even after the hurricane's chaos. Maybe it truly is a sign from above, or maybe there's something completely else brewing out of sight. Next, we have another post-hurricane video, this time from a hotel room, capturing what looks like an otherworldly creature swept by the hurricane. You can see a creepy-looking head peeking from behind the kitchen counter. It's also making those unsettling, almost vomiting sounds. According to the owner, this eerie figure started appearing after Hurricane Milton. Hurricanes are already terrifying, but if they're bringing along strange, otherworldly creatures like that, I might just book a ticket to another planet. Islands are usually a getaway from a stressful work life, but after watching this clip, you might just prefer the hustle and bustle. What on earth is that? It almost looks like the Predator from Alien vs. Predator movie. This strange figure was reportedly found on Flores Island by an unknown individual, and the video eventually surfaced on YouTube. It has a primitive look to its body, but the head, that's where things get disturbingly strange. Whatever this creature is, let's hope it stays on that island. Coming up next, we've got a TikTok video that seems to capture literal fire raining down from the sky. Could this be a sign that the end is near? It drifts down pretty slowly, but what really gets me is how it separates and forms such a unique shape. Viewers are going wild with theories. Some see an angel, others say it's Jacob's stars, but honestly, it looks like fireworks to me. It could be a skydiver using fireworks during a dive. or just an impressive pyrotechnic display. Whatever it is, it's both breathtaking and mysterious. Scientists say only 5% of the ocean has been explored, leaving the rest a mystery. This submersible video might have just captured something from those unknown depths. This footage was taken by tourists on a submarine adventure in the Greenland Sea. Out of nowhere, you can see a strange, almost human-like hand pressing against the glass. But that's not even the creepiest part. As it pulls back, you get a glimpse of a face. Something like an alien mermaid. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this before. At these depths, I have no idea what a creature like that is doing, but I can only hope it's one of a kind. The Michigan Dogman, first sighted back in 1887 in Wexford County, has always been more legend than reality. Until now.
Nunca tinha visto uma porra dessa na minha vida. Olha.
This is absolutely bizarre. At first glance, it almost looks like a sheep, but then you notice a fierce, wolf-like mouth emerging from its body, turning this into something straight out of a nightmare. It seems like the Michigan Dogman may have been trying to disguise itself as a sheep, maybe for hunting. You can make out limbs beneath the white fur, but they're hard to see clearly. Now, here's the real question. Who or what could have killed something as terrifying as the Dogman? Could there be an even fiercer predator lurking out there? Just like clouds, it seems the sea monsters nowadays come in every imaginable shape and size. Take a look at this massive thing spotted in Goderic, Ontario.
I think it's alive, but I don't know what it is.
This enormous shape is definitely moving, as you can tell from the ripples spreading out around it. But what exactly is it? It could be a gigantic jellyfish or a stingray, which makes watching this footage even more unnerving. Interestingly, I saw comments on the video saying that it's actually just a large rock shaped like a creature, and people sometimes even stand on it. The ripples, according to them, are just fish hovering around it. If it's a rock, we're safe. But if not, I might be staying far from the shore for a while. If creepy crawlies make you squirm, then Florida might be your worst nightmare, because creatures like this are lurking around. Look at that thing. It almost looks alien. I've never seen a millipede like this before. Its legs are like weird, spiky hairs poking out, and its body is segmented in the oddest way. And the way it wiggles as it moves, regular millipedes don't walk like that. I don't know what this creature is exactly, but one thing's for sure. You wouldn't want to touch it, not even with gloves on. This next video seems to capture what looks like a glitch in nature that desperately needs fixing. It looks like rain, right? But here's the strange part. It's only falling in one tiny spot. You can see the whole road is dry, but there's this one small area getting drenched. I've heard of cloudbursts that can target small areas, but this size, that's a first for me. Maybe it's a leaking pipe overhead, hidden in the darkness. But honestly, I'm just trying to make sense of this strange scene. What do you think is going on here? The existence of extraterrestrial life is a long-standing debate, and videos like this one from Wolverhampton, England, only fuel the speculation.
Stars are literally in a line and they are moving across the sky. Also, I've been watching the moon and the moon has been moving up in a weird position. I've never seen. I have no idea what's going on. Look how fast they're moving. What on earth is going on? What on earth is going on?
According to the cameraman, there are strange lights hovering in the night sky, shining brightly and seemingly just floating there. It certainly looks alien, unless, of course, you've been living under a rock and don't know about Starlink satellites. If you're unaware, these lights might just give off an otherworldly vibe, but in reality, they're simply satellites. It's fascinating how easily perception can be swayed, isn't it? There's something deeply unsettling about seeing a creature that looks like it crawled out of a nightmare. And this video is a perfect example. This TikTok video, uploaded by a driver, shows something truly bizarre. In the shot, there are cars driving on the road, but the background is stolen by a long, writhing creature trying to squeeze its way through a hole in the wall. It looks vaguely eel-like, but the video only catches its body because its head is already inside when the filming starts. Whatever it is, it's definitely long and definitely not giving up on getting into that building. The comments on this one are wild. Some folks are convinced it's computer-generated imagery, while others are full-on alien believers. Honestly, I can't blame them. Let's be real. That thing looks like it belongs on another planet. Me? I'm leaning towards the unidentified weirdness explanation. But, hey, that's the beauty of the internet. There's room for all kinds of theories. While driving through a forest road or trail, our worst fear is probably a snake finding its way inside our car. Right? Well, this video takes that fear to a whole new level. This isn't some scene from a snake monster movie. It's actually a real capture. This video, captured by a tourist venturing through a forest, shows a truly terrifying sight. A massive snake wrapped around a truck. This gigantic serpent is coiled around the vehicle 3 times over, with its tail trailing behind it. But the most shocking part is the snake's head. It's the size of a whole car bonnet. Before you start freaking out, let me calm your nerves. This nightmarish scene is actually a fake. If you take a closer look at the snake's head, you'll see it definitely looks more like a statue than a living creature. This impressive visual display is from an amusement park in China, and it's a human-made artwork designed to lure visitors in. We have to give it up to the creators. They did an amazing job. Being a parent means your kid's safety is your top priority. But when you come face to face with a wild predator, things get seriously nerve-wracking. Just like in this video.
You'll be fine. You see, if you had the food, you will take it.
Oh, the little girl. Ooh, it's grabbing her clothes.
Yeah, you'll leave. Alright, carry the food, go around this for me, please. Take the food there.
This intense footage was captured by a store owner in Tennessee. Apparently, her customers had a close encounter with none other than a mighty black bear. Video, filmed from inside the store, shows the bear approaching a woman holding her young daughter. The bear sniffs around them cautiously, then rears up on its hind legs to get a better look, clearly searching for something. The woman stays perfectly still, even when the bear gets inches away. At one point, it tries to sniff the girl's foot, but the mom manages to move it away calmly. Thankfully, the bear doesn't get aggressive and eventually moves on to check out the other customers, who also stay calm. Once the bear leaves empty-handed, the woman cautiously opens the store door, and that's where the video ends. It was definitely a tense moment. The bear was clearly looking for food, and a hungry bear is no joke. Let's just say, I'm glad this didn't turn into one of those bear attacks videos you see online. Those are never fun to watch. Before doorbell security cameras, there was no way to know who was at your door, which was a major security concern. Ring cameras have definitely changed the game, but sometimes they capture things a little more.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
What was that? This video comes from a Ring doorbell camera in that detected some strange activity. The camera activates, and we see what looks like a long, glowing worm floating in the air. It seems to be made up of tiny, glowing particles with a larger one at the front. This thing floats around for a whole minute before the video cuts out. It definitely triggered the camera sensor, but it doesn't exactly look human. Confusing, right? But before we jump to conclusions, there might be a logical explanation. It could be a spider web dangling in front of the camera, with the glowing bits just reflecting the camera's flash. What do you think, ghost or spiderweb? Let me know in the comments below. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. This dad just installed a new nanny cam in his baby's crib. And let's just say the test run got a whole lot more interesting than he expected.
Let me check if I can get your face. Say hello, Liz. What the f?
In the video, the dad's adjusting the nanny cam settings, panning it around the crib. As he moves it towards his wife, he freaks out. There's a face peeking out from behind the door in the background. It disappears as soon as it sees the camera pointed at it. The husband is understandably freaked out and confused. He rushes to the baby's room, asking his wife who was behind the door. She has no idea what he's talking about. He even checks the bathroom, where the face seemed to be coming from, but finds nothing. Seriously terrifying. We all saw that head pop out the door, and it's caught right on camera. So what was it? A ghost? A prankster hiding? The possibilities are seriously scary. Our vehicles are made for driving on well-maintained roads, and even off-road vehicles are designed for handling rough terrain. But that doesn't stop some people from doing crazy things, like the driver in this video.
Yeah, right.
This video was recorded by an adventure enthusiast who decided to take their car for a spin through an Australian forest. In the video, we see them driving through thick brush, and you can hear the sound of branches and sticks snapping under the car. Suddenly, there's a loud crack, and the vehicle lurches to a stop. The driver pans the camera around, and that's when we see the damage. A huge branch has pierced the front of the car, narrowly missing the driver. It looks like they were just inches away from disaster. This is a scary reminder that cars are not meant for off-road. Sticking to well-maintained roads is the best way to avoid getting yourself into a dangerous situation. Family camping trips are supposed to be relaxing, right? But this next video will make you think twice about pitching a tent in the woods.
Come on, guys.
What's that, Dad?
Did you see that? This video was taken by a dad on a camping trip with his kids, and things took a creepy turn. In the video, the dad is filming his kids playing when his son spots something in the woods and asks what it is. The dad pans the camera over, and let's just say it's not your typical woodland creature. This isn't a deer or a raccoon. It's a bizarre humanoid figure. The creature jumps onto a tree in a flash and disappears from sight. Needless to say, the dad freaked out and got his kids out of there. Slowing down the video and zooming in, you can see this thing is unlike anything we've seen before. It kind of resembles Bigfoot, but its proportions are way off. Those arms are crazy long, even longer than Bigfoot's. And the way it climbed that tree in one jump. Whatever this mysterious creature is, it's definitely put a damper on this dad's love for camping. And honestly, it's enough to make anyone a little nervous about venturing into the woods. Maybe stick to the campfire stories this time around. Environmental pollution is a serious threat to our planet, especially when it comes to our water sources. Have you ever seen a lake that's completely green? This video, recorded by a group of friends on a boat trip, shows a lake that looks anything but healthy. The water is completely green, and it doesn't look like there's any water there at all. The entire lake is covered in this green substance. But what exactly is it? The culprit is algae, a type of plant that has taken over the lake due to farm waste being released into the water. While algae can produce oxygen, which is beneficial for us, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. In the summer, lakes tend to develop zones that don't mix well. The upper layer, where the algae bloom is happening, is rich in oxygen, but below that layer, sunlight can't reach, which means there's no photosynthesis and everything dies. This decaying matter consumes oxygen, creating a dead zone for aquatic life. So, this green layer of water you see in the video is basically a death zone for all the creatures that live in the lake. It's a stark reminder of the impact pollution can have on our environment. We need to take steps to reduce pollution and protect our lakes and other waterways. Ask anyone who spends time outdoors, and they'll tell you the same thing. Bears are no joke. This video from Russia is a perfect example of why. This intense footage shows two vehicles and their passengers facing off against a seriously angry bear. In the video, we see something massive struggling underneath one of the cars. It takes a moment, but then it emerges. A giant bear, and it's not happy. The enraged bear unleashes its fury on the car, viciously attacking the tires. We see the terrifying strength of the beast as it completely rips one tire apart. It then sets its sights on the car, filming the whole thing, sending the passengers into a frenzy of scream. Faced with a charging bear, they have no choice but to back off and abandon the vehicle. The video ends here, but you can only imagine the adrenaline rush those people must have been feeling. This is a scary reminder of the raw power that bears possess. If you ever encounter a bear in the wild, the best thing to do is stay calm and follow proper safety guidelines. But let's be honest, seeing a giant ball of fur like that charging at you, yeah, staying calm might be easier said than done. We humans might get spooked by a stray cat. But when a bear is running scared, well, let's just say you better pay attention.
No, that means a bigger bear's here. Yup. Oh my fucking god. That is huge.
This video was filmed by a driver chilling in a parking lot when they spot a bear on the move. In the video, the bear's hauling tail away from the car, and the driver starts chuckling, thinking it's scared of the vehicle. But then things take a turn. The bear suddenly swerves and runs right next to the car. The driver, now a little less cocky, explains on camera that a fleeing bear usually means one thing. A bigger, badder bear is on its tail, and wouldn't you know it, the driver is spot on. Out of the darkness emerges a giant, monstrous bear, hot on the smaller bear's heels. The scary part, this massive beast isn't even paying attention to the cameraman. It's laser focused on chasing the other bear down. This video is a chilling reminder that you never know what's lurking in the shadows, especially when it comes to giant, grumpy bears. Out at sea, you usually worry about bad weather, or maybe running into another boat. But this video from the Caspian Sea shows a much scarier possibility.
Oh my god, what's that?
This video was filmed by a group of Russian fishermen who came face to face with something terrifying. The camera pans across the sky, and then you see a sharp, pointed object streaking past at low altitude, leaving a trail of flame. Another one follows right behind it. The fishermen are understandably speechless. What on earth is that? Those, my friends, are Russian cruise missiles flying at an incredibly low altitude. The scary part? They're way too close for comfort. Imagine being out there in your boat and having these things fly past. One wrong move, and it could have been a disaster. This video is a chilling reminder of the dangers that exist in the world, even out at sea. Let's hope these fishermen never have an experience like that again. We've all heard that freezing preserves food, but this video from China shows another mind-blowing benefit. This clip, originating in China, showcases a factory worker demonstrating a strange phenomenon that almost seems miraculous. We see the worker take a frozen fish straight out of the freezer and place it in a bowl of water. Another fish swims around in the bowl, full of life, while the frozen fish remains motionless. After a few minutes of its lifeless body floating, bubbles appear from its mouth. And then, incredibly, the fish starts to move. Right before our eyes, the fish is seemingly brought back to life from its frozen state. It's both amazing and a bit confusing how the fish survived this. I searched online to see if fish could withstand freezing, but all I found was information about wood frogs. They fill their cells with glucose, acting like antifreeze to prevent ice crystals from rupturing their cell membranes. Now, some of you might be thinking, but what about lakes freezing in winter? Doesn't that mean the fish get frozen and come back to life when it thaws? Well, that's not quite how it works. Lakes don't freeze completely. Only certain depths reach freezing temperatures. So, it seems China might have technique we're unaware of, and it's working for them. Earth's full of mysteries, places that seem straight out of science fiction, and this video from Pakistan is a prime example. This footage was captured by a group of miners in Pakistan who stumbled upon a strange opening in the ground. The video shows them in a mountainous area, standing near a cavernous hole. One of the miners throws a piece of cloth into the opening, and they wait with anticipation. Suddenly, with a powerful burst of pressure, the cloth rockets back out like it was launched from a cannon. The force is so intense it even sends dust flying into the air. So, what's causing this? It could be trapped gas escaping from deep within the earth. But the weird part is how the cloth seems to trigger the pressure release. It's definitely got me scratching my head. If any of you have a clue what's going on here, hit me up in the comments. There are two sides to this coin: believers in extraterrestrial life and those who scoff at the idea. But this video from 2012 might offer some food for thought for both camps.
Yeah, there it is. Whoa, there it is. Oh, shit.
Did you see that? This video was captured by a homeowner's son who heard strange noises coming from the bushes at night. As he starts recording, you can clearly see something lurking behind the foliage. The cameraman zooms in, revealing a creature with a head eerily reminiscent of those alien photographs you see on the internet. Startled by the camera, the creature vanishes back into the bushes. The cameraman, understandably terrified, sprints towards his back door to investigate further. But as he reaches the door, it swings open on its own.
Holy shit!
Fear takes hold, and the video abruptly cuts out. That thing in the video certainly resembled an alien. All green, with a bizarrely shaped head and unusual eyes. What could its purpose be in stalking this random person in the dead of night? Well, that's the million-dollar question. A homeowner was jolted awake by strange banging noises coming from the kitchen. Thinking it was an animal, he grabbed his phone to investigate. What he found was pure nightmare fuel. The video shows the homeowner cautiously approaching the kitchen, recording as he goes. As he enters, a horrifying mix of growls and screeches fills the air. Terrified, he pans the camera towards the kitchen counter, where the noise is coming from. Suddenly, a skeletal white head pops out of a pot, growling at him. This spine-chilling encounter has divided viewers. Some insist it's real, while others claim it's fake. For me, the creature's appearance and the way it blends with its surroundings make it hard to believe it's edited. However, if it's genuine, we might be looking at a real-life ghost story. Photobombing your videos by your friends is one thing, but this video takes it to a whole new level of terrifying. You saw that, right? This is straight up spine-chilling. This dude in Mexico is just innocently recording his mom with his new phone. She's beaming, loving the attention. But wait, something's off. Pause the video, zoom in on her shadow, and your jaw drops. There, lurking behind her, is something. Something with a humanoid shape. It's like a low-res nightmare, with hair and a face peeking out. I mean, the fact that there's a ghostly figure in the video is scary enough. But what really gets to me is that no one noticed. They were completely oblivious to this creepy intruder in their midst. Talk about a Freaky Friday. When we think of crocodiles, we usually imagine huge, ferocious monsters that are incredibly powerful. But we rarely consider them agile or quick. However, this next video might just change your mind. This incredible footage was captured by a pair of friends on a fishing trip. They had a, let's just say, exciting encounter. In the video, one friend is recording while the other is reeling in a freshly caught fish. As they're bringing the fish in, something else in the water starts chasing it. The friend quickly pulls the fish out, but whatever was after it follows right behind. To their shock, it's a young crocodile. The croc lunges out of the water after the fish, and that's when things get really crazy. The friend starts running with the fish, and guess what? The crocodile gives chase. I mean, seriously, just give the little guy the fish. You don't want to become its next meal. April Fool's pranks can sometimes go too far, but they've never gone so overboard that they've required a full-scale emergency response. Until 1974, in Alaska, that is, this photo shows a volcanic eruption about to happen, right? Well, it's actually from April 1974, when residents of Sitka, Alaska, saw something strange happening at Mount Edgecumbe, a dormant volcano. A huge plume of dark smoke was rising from the mountain. Scared, people called the police, firefighters, and even sent out helicopters to investigate a possible volcanic eruption. Imagine their shock when they reached the mountaintop and looked down into the crater. Instead of a raging volcano, they found a spray-painted message: April Fools. The smoke, just a massive pile of burning tires. A 50-year-old prankster was behind it all. Talk about taking April Fool's Day to a whole new level. This guy wasted the local authorities' time and money on a joke. But hey, at least he'll be remembered in history, right? Nature has its own way of living, and it's best not to disturb it, especially when you're doing your own work. Just like this excavator operator found out. This video comes from a construction site where an excavator was cleaning out a sewage passageway. As the machine was digging, it accidentally scooped up a huge, monstrous-looking creature. The driver was pretty confused about what was in his bucket, so he brought it close to the window to take a look. Imagine his surprise when he realized it was a crocodile. Covered in sewage, the croc looked absolutely terrifying. Realizing what it was, the driver quickly put the creature back on the ground and gave it a little nudge. The croc wasted no time diving back into the water, and the video ends. That crocodile was just chilling there, completely invisible, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. I mean, if someone had walked by, they would have never known it was there and could have been in serious trouble. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Have you ever felt incredibly lucky, like when you win something by chance? We all have. But I bet my life you've never been as lucky as this skydiver. This video shows a Russian skydiver jumping from a super high snowy peak. Everything seems fine until he opens his parachute. But wait, something's wrong. The parachute gets tangled, spinning the diver out of control. He desperately tries to fix it, but can't. As the ground gets closer and closer, he accepts his fate. But then, a miracle happens. He lands safely on a thick patch of snow. Can you believe it? He survived, sitting there in disbelief. He must have felt like he got a second chance at life. To land on a horizontal, thick snow patch like that from such a height, it's nothing short of a miracle. Fishing can be a real test of patience, waiting for that perfect bite. But this video shows some people who seem to have found a fishing cheat code. Amazing, right? This video features a group of dock workers demonstrating their secret fishing technique. One guy lowers an animal leg with a bit of meat attached into the water. After a few seconds, he pulls it out, and it's covered in fish. They use a bucket to scoop up the catch, and then repeat the process several times, each time bringing up a handful of fish. It's the easiest fishing method I've ever seen. I mean, what kind of animal leg is that? It must be irresistible to the fish. Snow can seem so peaceful and inviting amidst nature's other weather conditions. But then you hear about the terrifying North Dakota blizzard of 1966.
You had a little tough luck with the weather this morning. You had to get through with plows and police department help and everything else on one run. Would you tell us about that?
This documentary takes us back to 1966 in the aftermath of the ferocious North Dakota blizzard that blanketed everything in a thick, suffocating layer of snow. The film interviews an ambulance driver while showing clips of the snow-covered roads. The driver recounts the chaos of those days, describing countless emergency calls. News reports of the blizzard's horror paint a grim picture. Cars buried in massive snowdrifts and roads completely impassable. One of the most severe blizzards in history, this storm raged across the northern plains from March 2 to 5, 1966. Its relentless duration and staggering snowfall, up to 30 inches in some places, combined with 70 miles, created a nightmare scenario. This image alone captures the sheer terror of the blizzard. Those towering electric poles, completely submerged in snow, suggest drifts as high as 25 to 30 feet. It was a horrifying ordeal. Fishing is usually a relaxing hobby, but this fisherman's experience was anything but. Check out this insane encounter captured on GoPro. Can you believe what this guy saw? The video shows a fisherman in a pond who has a terrifying encounter. As he casts his line, something immediately grabs the bait. The water around the hook starts bubbling furiously as he reels it in. The bubbling seems to follow the hook closer and closer until, finally, we see the source. A monstrous fish. This thing is huge with a weird eel-like body. The video cuts off just as the monster attacks the fish on the hook. I've searched high and low, but I can't identify this creature. Whatever it is, I'm glad the fisherman didn't reel it in completely. That thing could have easily jumped out of the water and attacked him. Ice can be terrifying, not because of massive icebergs, but due to the treacherous, invisible cracks that can form in the ground. This rescue video shows the dramatic moment when a skier falls into a 60-foot deep ice crack. The rescue team uses shovels to free the skier from the surrounding snow and ice. The crack looks incredibly narrow, barely wide enough for the rescuer to squeeze in. It's a miracle the skier survived the initial fall, but now the focus is on getting him out safely. Seeing this makes me realize how dangerous these icy environments can be. I'll definitely think twice before venturing into such places. On the bright side, at least I'd have a pretty unique final resting place if I ended up there. Nature can be incredibly beautiful, like a gentle, peaceful rain, but sometimes it unleashes its fury in a way that's straight out of a nightmare. This video, filmed inside the Jefferson Memorial on June 29, 2012, captures one of the most intense thunderstorms ever recorded. It's like something from a science fiction movie. People are trapped inside and outside. The rain is falling in sheets, like it's pouring from a broken sky. The whole scene looks otherworldly. These storms are incredibly destructive, especially to wooden structures. Luckily, the people in this video were safe inside a sturdy building. But even without the damage, the sheer power and noise of that storm are enough to give anyone nightmares. It sounds like the sky is tearing apart, and the terrified people inside tell the whole story. Firefighting technology is incredible. It saves lives and protects property. But sometimes things go wrong, and we end up with scenes like this.
Oh no!
This looks like a scene from a winter wonderland, right? But this isn't snow. It's hundreds of gallons of firefighting foam spilling out of a malfunctioning system at the Vermont National Guard base. You can see foam pouring off the roof like a waterfall, flooding the entire floor. The soldiers are scrambling to stop the flow, and they eventually manage to do it. But the damage was already done. It's pretty crazy to see all that foam, and it looks harmless enough, but those systems are designed for specific purposes. It's a good reminder that even the best technology can have its off days. Our planet, particularly its oceans, holds a treasure trove of mysteries, with only a tiny fraction explored. And this video offers a glimpse into what might be lurking in the vast uncharted depths. What you just witnessed isn't a creation from a Pixar film, but a genuine creature discovered washed up on a beach. It's like something out of a bizarre fantasy tale, a fish with the face of a horse. This creature sports a weird mashup of horse-like features on its face, coupled with the body of a fish. But wait, it gets even more spine-chilling. Those two large, sharp fangs protruding from its mouth are enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. And if that wasn't enough to fuel your nightmares, the rest of its teeth resemble those of a horse. As if plucked from the depths of our wildest imaginations, this creature appears eerily dried up, as if it's been stranded on the beach for ages. Some might even argue it looks too perfect, almost like a meticulously crafted plastic figure blending the features of a horse and a fish. Now, I'll admit I can't help but entertain the thought that maybe, just maybe, this could be a man-made creation. But hey, I'm just sharing my thoughts for the sake of my own sanity. This next clip is a real eye-opener about the lengths dog owners will go to ensure their furry friends' safety and protection. And trust me, it's unexpected and intense. This heart-pounding footage was captured by a homeowner's Ring camera, and it's nothing short of terrifying. In the clip, we see the serene setting of a backyard, with a cute little dog happily strolling around. But then, out of nowhere, something in the darkness catches the dog's attention, and it takes off in a panic. Moments later, the dog comes racing back, fear evident in its barks, as it's pursued by a mountain lion. As the dog dashes towards the safety of the house, the mountain lion hot on its heels. The homeowner springs into action. With a mixture of adrenaline and determination, she rushes outside, screaming at the top of her lungs to scare off the predator. In a heart-stopping moment, she manages to snatch her dog away from the jaws of danger just in time. With her terrified screams echoing through the night, the homeowner bravely defends her beloved pet. And miraculously, her efforts pay off as the mountain lion retreats into the darkness. It's a truly harrowing encounter, but thanks to the quick thinking and courage of the homeowner, disaster is averted. Bigfoot, the age-old debate of whether they're real or just a myth. Me, Well, I'm a believer, especially when I see videos like this one floating around the internet. This particular clip was snagged by a trail camera nestled in the dense woods of Northern California. In the video, it's nighttime, and the eerie atmosphere sets the stage perfectly. Suddenly, out of the darkness, we catch a glimpse of a strange humanoid figure hopping in an odd manner right in front of the camera. And just like that, it hops off and disappears into the woods. Now, take a closer look at this creature. Long, thick fur covering its body, standing tall with a humanoid stature. Sounds a lot like the Bigfoot sightings we've all heard about, doesn't it? But here's where it gets even stranger. There's a wooden cross sign planted right there in the middle of the forest. Now, who in their right mind would do that? Perhaps this cryptic creature has a spiritual side, or maybe there's something else going on in those woods that we don't know about. This security footage, shared by a terrified parent, has sent shivers down the spines of viewers everywhere. The video shows a seemingly sleeping baby until it zooms in to reveal a horrifying scene. The eerie reflection of the camera flash in the baby eyes adds to the creepiness. What makes this even more disturbing is the fact that this happened at 2 in the morning. The mother claims to have heard footsteps earlier and, upon reviewing the footage, discovered this chilling scene. The baby's expressionless stare at something unseen is genuinely unsettling. It's hard to escape the thought that the baby might have witnessed something truly terrifying in the corner. This is far from cute. It's downright unsettling. Being enclosed in a car as it speeds down the road can create a false sense of security. The feeling of control and the illusion of being able to outrun any danger can be comforting. But this terrifying video will shatter that illusion. This footage was captured by a group of friends driving home after a night out when they encountered something truly bizarre. As they filmed their journey, a humanoid figure emerged from the darkness, chasing their car at an incredible speed. Despite their attempts to outrun this mysterious creature, they made the mistake of slowing down to get a better look. Big mistake. The humanoid closed the distance rapidly, coming dangerously close to the car. Panic ensued as they sped away, their screams echoing through the night. While it's tempting to dismiss this as a prankster in an elaborate costume, the real question is, why was this person chasing them? What were their intentions? We may never know the answer, but one thing is certain: this encounter is deeply unsettling. Cats are known for their eccentric behavior, but this homeowner's feline companion takes things to a whole new level of bizarre. What on earth is going on with this cat? The homeowner was jolted awake by movement at his bedside and captured this bizarre scene on camera. Their cat is standing upright on its hind legs, staring intently at the owner with an unnerving expression. It's a truly disturbing sight, especially considering there's no apparent reason for the cat to be acting this way in the middle of the night. As the owner starts recording, the cat abruptly returns to normal behavior, adding to this strangeness. The question of how long the cat was standing there before the owner woke up is equally unsettling. Both the homeowner and online viewers are questioning if this is actually their cat. Some are even speculating that it might be a skinwalker in disguise. If that's the case, I will recommend that the homeowner evacuate immediately. Our oceans are just as mysterious as our forests, teeming with incredible and terrifying creatures. This video showcases one such creature that both fascinates and horrifies me. I mean, what on earth is that thing? This video, captured by beachgoers, reveals a truly bizarre and disturbing find washed up on shore. They discovered a massive mangled fish covered in bite marks and scratches. Even more shocking, half of its body is missing, as if it was devoured by something monstrous. The sheer size of this fish is mind-boggling. It's as big as a shark or whale, but its appearance is unlike any known species. Moreover, the question of what kind of creature could inflict such horrific injuries is truly terrifying. It's a chilling reminder of the mysterious and often dangerous world beneath the ocean's surface. Do you believe in the existence of giants? Some people claim these colossal beings once lived among us, even fighting alongside us in ancient battles. While many believe they're extinct, this next video might make you reconsider. This footage, captured in Thailand, shows a group of villagers encountering something truly extraordinary atop a mountain. As they zoom in, a gigantic humanoid figure comes into view. At first, it resembles a tree until it moves, sending the villagers into a frenzy. The creature's immense size is apparent when compared to the surrounding environment. Even though it's hunched over, its humanoid shape is unmistakable, especially when it walks away at the end of the clip. Could this be evidence of a mountain-dwelling giant? The footage is undeniably strange, and it certainly sparks the imagination. What do you think? If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. A user uploaded a TikTok video claiming that while walking home at 10:40 p.m., as he approached a street corner, he spotted something so strange it froze him in place, prompting him to record the encounter on his phone. This video comes from a local in Chapulhuacanito, a small town in the municipality of Tamazunchal, located in the state of San Luis Potosi, Mexico. In the footage, we see a tiny, oddly shaped creature wandering the street. It doesn't resemble any familiar animal like a dog, cat, or anything else we might expect to find there. Some people are even calling it an elf or duende. Duendes are said to be gnome-like creatures that live in the walls of homes, especially in children's bedrooms. Legend has it they tried to clip the toenails of messy kids, sometimes accidentally taking whole toes. Of course, those are just scary stories to keep children in line. But this video, it looks real to me, and I love my toes too. Nature can be both mysterious and terrifying, but sometimes it reveals its breathtaking beauty, like the incredible cloud in this video.
This is what we see in the sky. Like, look at those colors. That is so bright.
Isn't it stunning? This video was recorded by a woman and uploaded to TikTok, where she captured a truly mesmerizing and rare sight. The sky is filled with a vibrant, colorful cloud that looks like a rainbow on steroids. It's got all the colors of the rainbow, but they're so intense and vivid, it's almost unreal. If it's not a rainbow, then what is it? Well, it's called a fire rainbow cloud, and they're incredibly rare because they require specific atmospheric conditions and sunlight angles. You're more likely to see them in mid-latitudes during the summer months, when the sun is high in the sky. So the woman who captured this on her phone was incredibly lucky. Dubai is renowned for its luxury and opulence, making it a popular vacation destination. However, this video serves as a stark reminder that even paradise can be hit by nature's fury. Captured by a tourist awaiting their car in a Dubai building driveway, this footage is a harrowing testament to the storm's intensity. The video shows the building's driveway ceiling panels being violently ripped away by hurricane-force winds. Panic ensues as people scramble for shelter amid the chaos. This unprecedented storm caused widespread devastation across Dubai, including severe flooding. It was a once-in-a-generation event, with the city experiencing more rainfall in a matter of hours than it typically receives in an entire year. The tourists' terrified expression, distorted by the wind's pressure, encapsulates the sheer terror of the situation. It's a stark contrast to the image of Dubai as a glamorous and serene city. Skinwalkers are legendary creatures capable of shape-shifting, often taking the form of animals. While countless videos claim to capture these elusive beings shape-shifted into other creatures, but we have never seen their real form. This video, however, presents exactly that. What the heck was that? This video was taken by a kid who was recording himself doing trampoline tricks. He accidentally captured something truly unsettling. At first, everything looks normal, but then he pans the camera towards the trees, and that's when it happens. A strange, white face appears out of nowhere. It looks like it's watching the kid. Then it quickly hides when it realizes it's been spotted. I don't know what to make of it. It looks like a person wearing a mask, but some people online are convinced it's a real skinwalker. Whatever it is, it's definitely creepy. When someone asks where you're most likely to encounter paranormal activity, the cemetery is a common answer. This video perfectly illustrates why.
I could have sworn I saw the arm go up. Whoa, wait, no way.
I found this TikTok video uploaded by a user who claims to have captured something truly terrifying during a cemetery visit. The video, filmed at night, focuses on a distant statue. From the start, the statue has an eerie aura, but then it begins to move.
Whoa, wait, no way. Did anybody, wait.
You can clearly see the statue's hand shift. The cameraman notices this movement and points it out. The truly unsettling part is that the statue is completely isolated, and there's no one else in the cemetery except the cameraman and this creepy statue. To me, it looks like the statue is possessed by some kind of spirit, or perhaps it's not a statue at all, but the spirit itself in disguise. Either way, it's an incredibly disturbing video.
Oh, wait, no way. Did anybody, wait. The arm.
Our minds categorize familiar things as normal, but when confronted with something completely unknown, our instincts label it as terrifying and unnatural. This video perfectly captures that feeling.
Put together hoax.
The video, uploaded on YouTube by an unidentified user, features a truly bizarre and unsettling creature. It strongly resembles the legendary chupacabra, with its spiky back, needle-like teeth, and lizard-like body. The creature's skin texture is unlike anything we've ever seen, Based on the video's background, it seems to have been filmed in a cave, suggesting this creepy creature might be a cave dweller. Those razor-sharp, needle-like teeth make it seem like it could drain the life from its prey. Whatever this creature is, I hope it remains far away from humans and continues its existence undisturbed. Some people believe giants, like those of ancient times, live among us, but we've never had concrete proof, right? Well, this video might just change your mind.
Y no, y sí se mira como que fuera, pero no. Si te fijas la distancia que es y cómo dónde le quedan los arbustos.
What in the world is that? This video was captured by a driver on a highway in Victorville, California, when they spotted something incredibly strange on a distant mountain. As they zoom in, we see a huge humanoid creature casually running along the mountain too. It moves incredibly fast, effortlessly climbing the steep slopes, and appears to be covered in thick black fur. After a brief run, the creature stops and the video ends. When zoomed in, the creature's shape strongly resembles the descriptions of Bigfoot, and its size is definitely like a giant. Viewers are debating whether it's a giant humanoid or a Bigfoot. Personally, based on its stature and black fur, I lean towards Bigfoot. What do you think? In the Philippines, they don't believe in ghosts. They believe in bad spirits. And this security camera managed to capture one in a house.
Tapos sa time na to, parang lumalakad na lang siya. Tingnan nyo, parang usok. Tapos nawala siya dito.
This video comes from a Filipino home security camera that captured a truly strange occurrence at night. The footage shows a view of an open balcony when a transparent, smoky figure zips across the camera. The homeowner, who explains the video, describes the spirit's movement as if it's strolling around the house, returning after 2 minutes. The camera captured the entire encounter, showing the spirit moving with a humanoid-like gait, though without a clear human outline. This spirit passed through the house multiple times without stopping. It's one of the most active spirits I've ever seen on camera, and I think the homeowner should be relieved that the bad spirit seems uninterested in the house, using it merely as a passageway. Sometimes, contemplating our existence in a vast solar system filled with constantly moving meteors is terrifying. What if one of them collides with us? This video gives you a glimpse of that fear. Incredible. This video was captured by a tourist in Budapest, Hungary, while recording the stunning view of a bridge. Little did they know, they'd capture the shot of a lifetime. The video shows a bright green orb illuminating the sky as it hurtles towards the ground, filling the atmosphere with its light. This glowing object was a meteoroid, and the intense green light was produced upon entering Earth's atmosphere. It was both mesmerizing and frightening to watch it descend towards the Earth's surface. Some viewers are skeptical about the video's authenticity, claiming it's computer-generated imagery. One user pointed out the water didn't reflect the meteor's light, and it only illuminated the sky without casting light on buildings or objects. While the explanation is plausible, whoever created this computer-generated imagery did an impressive job. We all lock our doors, not because of ghosts or spirits, but to protect ourselves from human intruders. This video is a perfect example of why it's so important. This home security footage captures a strange girl checking both the front and back doors of a house at night. The front porch camera shows her approaching the front door, casually checking the doorknob to see if it's locked. Realizing it's secure, she moves to the back door, which is also locked. The video's uploader mentioned this isn't the first time this girl has been caught snooping around the house. While some commenters suggest she might be a ghost, The second video clearly shows her reflection in the glass door, proving she's human. Ghosts don't have reflections. Nature is both calming and beautiful, but it can also throw us some truly bizarre curveballs. Just take a look at this video from a forest.
This has been pouring for a minute.
An infinite water glitch. This video captures a lumberjack's astonishment as they cut into a tree and discover something truly shocking. As the chunk of wood is removed, muddy water begins to gush out of the tree trunk, like it has its own water source. The water is murky and continues to flow even as the lumberjack clears the area with a stick. It's like witnessing a miracle, but there's a logical explanation. Zooming in reveals a hollowed-out tree trunk, likely storing rainwater collected from the tree's top. When the trunk was opened, the water was released. It's incredible how fascinating nature can be. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. The internet is abuzz with a mind-boggling video capturing a celestial message. Jesus is coming, boldly inscribed across the sky.
That to me is gold. I'm driving through Rockdale, driving my Uber. Just finished praying just minutes ago.
Filmed by an unknown individual on their way home. The footage shows a clear English language proclamation written in ethereal clouds or smoke. Believers are hailing it as a divine sign, a final warning from above. While the spiritual implications are profound, I find myself drawn to the technical aspects of this extraordinary event. How could such a message be crafted with such precision and clarity? The idea of a plane forming these words seems implausible due to the intricate detail and the impossible turns it would require. A smoke drone, perhaps. Even then, the skill to execute such a feat is astonishing. Intriguingly, some suggest it's a hoax, a masterful piece of computer-generated imagery.
Just finished praying just minutes ago, asking the Lord to show me some direction to keep.
The authenticity of the raw emotion in the videographer's voice and the lack of any obvious digital manipulation make this theory less convincing. Regardless of its origin, this video has sparked a global conversation about faith, technology, and the boundaries between the natural and the supernatural. A group of friends seeking adventure decided to explore a tunnel on a beach. Little did they know, their return would be a shocking encounter.
How do we get out?
Instead of the expected sandy shore, they found themselves surrounded by a colony of seals. Not just any seals, but aggressive elephant seals known for their intimidating size and temperament. The video captures the group's panic as they realize their predicament. One seal in particular stands out with its monstrous-looking open mouth. The friends are trapped as elephant seals are incredibly fast on land, capable of chasing down their prey. Their only hope is to wait for the seals to disperse or fall asleep before making a daring escape. It's a terrifying reminder that nature's beauty can coexist with its raw power. Sinkholes absolutely terrify me and make me question the safety of our road infrastructure. Just watch this video a passerby captured in London. Isn't that terrifying? This Londoner filmed this after noticing a tiny hole in the road. Curious, they decided to investigate with their camera and discovered a massive sinkhole underneath. It's filled with dirt and trash, and it's incredibly deep. When they pulled the camera out, you could barely see the small hole on the road's surface. It's so easy to miss. This could easily cause a serious accident. The ground around the hole looks damp and unstable, like it could collapse at any moment. I really hope the authorities have taken action since this video was taken, because people could get seriously hurt. A homeowner shared a mind-boggling video on Reddit captured by their security camera. It shows a dog casually strolling around their house. But here's the unsettling thing. They don't own a dog. This video from the security camera gives us a view of the kitchen counter. As the video plays, something resembling a dog's tail swipes across the camera. But it's weird. It looks furry like a dog's tail. But the way it's standing up and slightly bent is super strange. If you slow down the video, you can even see its reflection in the glass in front. The homeowner was completely clueless about what it was. People are guessing it's some kind of animal. But the homeowner insists everything was locked up when they got home. Even the glass door in the video was locked. So what the heck was that? A ghost puppy? An alien invader? Who knows? Natural disasters are terrifying because they're completely out of our control. When they hit, there's nothing we can do to stop them. Just look at this enormous tornado from Oklahoma. Isn't it scary? This video was captured by a driver in Oklahoma on their way home one morning. The weather is insane, and there's a massive tornado right in front of them. It's huge and looks like the entire sky is coming down. The person who uploaded the video said there were tornado warnings everywhere on their phone and TV. The tornado caused a lot of damage to nearby communities. It's so fierce and frightening, but what confuses me is why everyone is driving towards it. In the video, all the cars are heading in the tornado's direction. I think the tornado looks closer in the video, but it's actually quite far away, so the cars are just driving in that general direction, not directly towards the tornado. Have you ever seen a waterfall made of dirt and stones? No. Well, this video from Arunachal Pradesh, India, in 2024 will blow your mind. This was captured by a driver on a mountain road in Siang district, Arunachal Pradesh. In the video, you can see the driver filming a mountain with a strange dirt and stone waterfall. It looks really weird until suddenly, and shockingly, a huge chunk of the mountain starts sliding down. It was a massive landslide, and even after the big piece broke off, the dirt and stone waterfalls kept going for a long time. This video is seriously intense. Seeing a whole mountain break apart like that is terrifying. Imagine being on the road below that landslide. There's no way anyone would survive. Ever wondered what pure chaos like, on the level of hell on Earth, looks like? This video from the Hawaii wildfires will give you a terrifying glimpse.
Oh, what the fuck, dude? Yo, what the fuck?
What in the world is that? This video was recorded by a homeowner evacuating the Hawaii wildfires, and it looks like they're escaping hell. Everywhere you look, there's nothing but fire. Trees are burning, houses are on fire, even cars are melting. The flames are so high and intense, you can barely see beyond them. The driver in the video is struggling to see through the thick smoke. You can hear them yelling at the car in front to keep going because the conditions are insane.
It's fire through there! Go! You need to go, bro. Yeah, go! Come on!
This is an absolute nightmare. It's more than just wildfires. It's a hurricane-fueled inferno, something I never imagined. In a matter of moments, everything went from normal to a full-scale evacuation, with fears of a massive death toll. A hiker exploring the Canadian wilderness stumbled upon a terrifying sight, a crack in a mountain face that harbored something truly unsettling. The video, shot by the hiker himself, shows the interior of the crack. As the camera pans deeper, a creature with an otherworldly appearance comes into view. It has large, black eyes that seem to lock onto the camera lens, and its elongated skull only amplifies its alien-like features. The video is slowed down, allowing us to see the exact moment the creature notices the camera's flash. Viewers are divided on what this thing might be. Some are convinced it's an alien trapped or hiding within the crack. Others offer a more down-to-earth explanation, suggesting it could be an animal like a turkey that somehow fell in. Now, I've seen my fair share of turkeys, but none quite as terrifying as this. Screams. They can express joy, excitement, or sheer terror. But there's something unsettling about hearing unexplained screams echoing through the woods, especially when you're camping. This video, captured by a person camping in the Vimperk forest of the Czech Republic, is sure to raise the hairs on your neck. The clip starts with the cameraman venturing into the forest, where they're met with a series of strange humanoid screams. Sounding scared and confused, the cameraman cautiously approaches the source of the noise. At the 23-second mark, a shadowy figure can be glimpsed briefly in the trees, as the screams escalate in both volume and intensity.
Что kurwa? Się on się przybył. Okay,
The cameraman understandably decides to beat a hasty retreat. The video ends abruptly, leaving us with more questions than answers. What was making those horrifying sounds? The screams do have a human-like quality in terms of tone, pitch, and length. This has led some viewers to compare them to recordings of skinwalker calls, legendary shapeshifters from Native American folklore. The idea of a skinwalker mimicking human screams to lure in prey is downright chilling. This video is definitely creepy, and it serves as a reminder that the forest can hold some truly unsettling mysteries. You expect to see ships in the middle of the ocean, but what about the ships of the desert? Now that's something fascinating and a little confusing. Believe it or not, these are camels, not sharks. This video, captured by a fishing boat off the coast of Dubai, shows something truly bizarre. In the footage, you can see two heads bobbing out of the water. Take a closer look, and you'll realize it's not some unknown sea creature, but two camels in the middle of the ocean. These camels are just casually swimming along, seemingly unfazed by the deep water. Now, camels aren't exactly known for their swimming skills. Their bodies are built for surviving in dry environments, with features like specialized nostrils to keep sand out. So, how on earth did they end up in the middle of the sea? Maybe they fell off a ship, or perhaps they just got tired of the sand. We're all familiar with seeing faces in everyday objects, clouds, smoke, even trees. But this next video takes mind tricks to a whole new level. Is it a ghost child lurking in the shadows? This video, uploaded by a homeowner on Reddit with the title "Creepy Illusion," has gone viral, In the footage, the homeowner films their kitchen door, where a strange humanoid head appears to be peeking around the corner. It almost looks like a small child. But as the homeowner gets closer, the truth is revealed. It wasn't a head or a ghost at all, just a plastic bag creating an uncanny illusion. From a distance, it definitely resembled a person. But zoom in, and there's no resemblance of a face left. Talk about a creepy trick of the light. Let's be honest, if I saw that in my house in the middle of the night, I might scream too. This next video comes straight from Thailand and shows a truly shocking discovery. Local villagers were alerted by strange sounds coming from beneath a footpath. When they investigated and broke through the concrete, they found something terrifying. The video shows the broken pavement, revealing a massive crocodile hiding underneath. The villagers are using sticks and mouth traps to cautiously restrain the crossed jaws. The crocodile is clearly aggressive, and things get even more intense. The man with the hammer continues breaking the concrete, uncovering another, smaller crocodile. This one also seems quite agitated and charges towards the onlookers. It was a scary situation, but the question remains, what were these crocodiles doing down there? Based on their size and aggression, it appears they stumbled upon a hidden crocodile nest, most likely dug by the crocs themselves. Crocodiles are either hole nesters or mound nesters. They either dig a hole, usually in sand, to bury their eggs, or they build a mound, usually out of vegetation, and lay their eggs in the center. In this case, it seems the nest grew large enough to reach under the footpath. While the villagers got rid of the immediate threat, it was definitely unlucky timing for the crocodiles. Here's hoping the villagers relocated them back to the wild after this encounter. Next up, we have an absolutely mind-blowing encounter, captured on a deputy's body cam during a high-stakes manhunt in the woods. This is one clip you don't want to miss.
What the f*** was that?
This isn't your typical body cam footage. A deputy was hot on the trail of a suspect who crashed and bolted on foot into the forest during a stormy night. As the deputy joined the search party, something incredible happened. A massive explosion erupted in the distance. The blast was quick, but strange. Slowing down the video reveals an eerie blue light emanating from the explosion, followed by a seemingly impossible second explosion right beside it. The strangest part: no one else witnessed this bizarre event. The search was called off, and upon regrouping at headquarters, the deputy discovered none of his colleagues saw the blue explosion. This has viewers buzzing with theories, with many suggesting alien activity. While that's certainly intriguing, I'm more inclined to believe it could be a transformer exploding. The blue light might have been an electrical short circuit. Whatever the cause, one thing's for sure: this bizarre blast might have inadvertently aided the escape of the fleeing suspect. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Our forests hold their fair share of mysteries, but the ocean takes it to a whole new level. We've barely scratched the surface of its depths, leaving so much unknown. This video offers a glimpse of what might lurk in those unseen parts. This video was captured by a family in Japan who stumbled upon a pair of truly bizarre fish. With their elongated bodies and skin shimmering Like something out of a fairy tale. These creatures look like they belong in a myth. Confused about what you're seeing? These are oarfish, deep-sea dwellers rarely encountered by humans. The presence of oarfish near the surface is often a sign of illness, injury, or disorientation. So while this video offers a rare chance to witness these mesmerizing creatures, it's also a reminder of their vulnerability. A bit bittersweet, wouldn't you say? Science unravels a lot of mysteries we once thought were paranormal, alien, or just plain weird. But then you come across something like this video, and it makes you scratch your head. This clip comes straight from Pakistan, where a woman cooking in her kitchen captured a strange phenomenon. In the video, we see a frying pan with water in it, but the water's acting strangely. It's formed a perfect circle around the edge of the pan and is constantly rotating. It's like a mini whirlpool forming right before our eyes. We can hear the sizzle and see the red light on the stove, so we know the pan is hot. Clearly, the heat has something to do with this weird water ring. But why? I scoured the internet for an explanation, but came up empty. My best guess is it's related to how the pan heats from the center and the water reacts to the temperature difference. Anyone out there have a scientific explanation for this? Let's hear it in the comments below. Nature can be both terrifying and breathtaking, and these cloud formations from China are a prime example. Wow, right? This video comes straight from Punning City, China, showcasing a sky spectacle that rivals any Disney movie. Captured by a local resident, the video reveals a truly bizarre yet stunning cloud formation, complete with rainbow-like colors. The cloud itself is a massive circle, crowned by this iridescent phenomenon. It looks like something straight out of a fairy tale. My curiosity got the better of me, so I did some digging. Turns out, this isn't some kind of fairy magic, but a real cloud formation called an iridescent pileus cloud. Here's the science behind it. Tiny water droplets or ice crystals in the clouds scatter sunlight, creating the rainbow effect. Pileus clouds, also known as cap clouds, form on top of cumulus clouds. Combine these two phenomena, and you get this awe-inspiring view. Seriously, who needs Disney movies when you have skies like this? Security cameras are supposed to make us feel safe, but then they capture stuff like this. Did you see that? This footage comes from a home ring doorbell camera, and it's seriously unsettling. It's nighttime in the video, and there's this strange little black creature wandering around the yard. It's about the size of a penguin, and walks like one too, but something about its shape just seems off. The video cuts out right as the creature disappears behind something. Look, I can't think of any animal that walks like a penguin except, well, penguins. But what in the world would a penguin be doing out there in someone's yard? We've all heard of stray dogs and cats, but a penguin? Seriously, what is that thing? This next clip is straight from Reddit. A user's friend's mom heard a knock on the door at night, and the motion lights went off too, but there was nothing there. The video comes from a motion-detecting doorbell camera. It's nighttime, and everything seems quiet. Suddenly, these strange flying things flit in front of the camera. They kinda look like nuggets, but definitely not your typical chicken variety. They're weird shaped and well, weird. Once they disappear, the motion sensor light kicks on, but whatever it was is long gone. Commenters are buzzing with theories, with fairies being a popular guess. I'm a bit skeptical though. The way they shine and move makes me think it could be a spider web. Look closely, you can see a thin white string holding those three things together, but that still doesn't explain the motion sensor light turning on. Part of me wants to believe in fairies, but the evidence leans towards a spider web. What do you guys think? Fairies or creepy crawly creation? Let me know in the comments. Hell on earth, or just a weird phenomenon, has people fired up. This video went viral on Facebook, uploaded by Sajid Ali, and it's easy to see why. It looks like a portal straight to the underworld. In the video, Sajid captures a pit of mud bubbling with what seems like boiling water. Flames erupt from the pit, making the whole scene even more intense. Is this really the gateway to hell? Don't worry, we're safe for now. Turns out, this fiery phenomenon is caused by flammable gases escaping the ground during a well digging project. These gases are also responsible for the bubbling mud, creating the illusion of a boiling cauldron, while some in Pakistan are calling it divine punishment, azab. I think whoever found this might have struck gold, or rather gas, free fuel forever. Now that's a jackpot. For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.